All right. Well, thank you for videoing with us today. Could you start by telling us your name and
Sure.
branch of service?
All right, Rodney Fogg, Army,
And what was your rank when you left service?
Major General.
Okay. And when did you serve?
I served from 1987 to 2022.
What is your connection to Southwest Virginia?
I was born in West Virginia. We moved to Castlewood, Virginia, when I was 6 years old, and so I went through school, graduated high school in Castlewood, and so that's my connection. This is home.
Okay. How and why did you enter the military?
I ran out of money going to King College. It's King University now, so I mean, I'd always thought about it as a kid. You play Army and all that, but so when I was a sophomore, didn't have enough money to stay for the junior and senior year, and so I went to sign up and enlist in the United States Army. They were closed when I got there. I picked up a brochure, and on the back was Major Kilgore, ETSU ROTC. I called him. He asked me two questions. Are you physically fit? And I was playing on the tennis team at King. And what's your grades? And I had good grades. He said, come see me. And so next thing you knew, I was going to summer camp in Fort Knox and got a 2-year scholarship out of that. I was going to work for the summer anyway. They paid me a little bit of money to go do that, run around the woods. And so that's the way I joined the Army, because I had a commitment after having a 2-year scholarship.
All right. What were some of the jobs you performed while you were in the military?
Lots of jobs. I was at the Army for 35 years. So, lieutenant, of course, and deployed to Somalia, where I met you, and it was quite the experience. So we were there during the Black Hawk Down incident on October 3rd of that year, '93, I think, and it was a very eventful experience. We did a lot of good things. We went in as peacemakers at first, and then we came out because of combat. But what you do find out is the camaraderie, the esprit de corps, the people to your left and right, the connections that you have for a lifetime, even when you don't see people. But every now and then, there's this strong bond and specialness that really you don't find, nor have I found anywhere else. And so there's no specific story there, other than learning what it's like to be afraid and overcome.
What kind of jobs did you do after that?
After that, just the whole kind of 20 moves and, captain, major, my introduction to great NCOs that taught me how to be a leader. Company command, I would say it's a privilege anytime you can be in command, and got to command quite a few times and had great teams that helped me do it. So, all the way up to when I retired from Huntsville, Alabama at the Redstone Arsenal, and I was the G3 for Army Material Command. It was all good. There was some bad, but it was all good.
What were some of the places that you lived? You've already mentioned a couple. Any other places you want to mention that you lived while you were in service?
I'll pick my wife Janie's favorite place, which was wonderful, Savannah, Georgia. So we lived at Hunter Army Airfield. I was in the 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment, great unit, as a young captain. And then my favorite place was Alaska. Got to live in Alaska for 3 years, but deployed out of there and went to Iraq, but as a battalion command. But the time that I was there was wonderful.
When you were living in all those places, how did you stay in touch with friends and family?
So it was tough at first because we didn't have all the satellite communication and the things that we have now. I can remember standing in line for hours to get on an AT&T phone, and it would be clicking. You only had 5 minutes, and then they had to make you get off for the next person. So stayed in touch by writing letters on occasion, not as much as I should have. My wife was really good at writing me letters, but that's the way you stay in touch. And of course, it got much easier as technology got better.
Okay. Could you share with us a memorable experience from your time in military service, like a specific event?
Yes,
serious or lighthearted.
So I'll go with the one that just pops into my mind, and I've told it a few times, and so it's probably on the more serious side. Unfortunately, you know, as at Fort Lee, Virginia, and now Greg Adams is the renamed title. So we unfortunately had a lieutenant who passed away on the basketball court. He had a heart problem that nobody knew about. He didn't know about it, and so my sergeant major and I was a commander of the group there, the petroleum group, and we were walking around like we would do on kind of a Friday afternoon, kicking everybody out. Hey, go home, enjoy the weekend, and we just went around back of one of the buildings, and there was kind of the arms room where we would lock up weapons. And we thought we heard something in the back there, and we're looking through the bars. It was locked up, and the soldier that was in there had done the right thing, followed the procedures, and so we yelled back there to him and said, "Hey, it was a private. What are you doing? Time to go home." And so he told us, "Sir, Sergeant Major, I'm cleaning the weapon because I know we're going to have a ceremony for the lieutenant, and I just wanted to spend some extra time as a private to be in the back of the arms room on a Friday evening to make sure that weapon was spotless for that ceremony, for that family." And that's what soldiers are, and that's what they do.
Finally, what message would you like to pass on to the next generation?
Yeah, so I'd like to pass on kind of, with the story I just told, is that not everybody raises their hand to support and defend the Constitution of the United States, and the people that do, no matter what service they're in, Army, Navy, Marines, Coast Guard, Air Force, Space Force, they're doing something special. It sounds cliche, but it is bigger than yourself, truly. It will be something that they learn from, discipline, how to lead, that will help them, whether they stay in the service or not, they will have that.
Yeah.
And so, any employer out there, you're going to get a good employee. You're going to get somebody that knows how to lead, and you're going to get somebody that is willing to sacrifice for their country and give their life. And that's special. And that's why so few do it, probably, because there's so many other great opportunities in this great nation. And the reason why we have those great opportunities is because of those who serve.
Thank you so much for your time.